All right. We're actually going to go on to this is our last song of our interview. And this is a special one. This is an unreleased track.
Ha! I couldn't even remember.
First time for public consumption.
Oh,
Do we have
nice.
time to listen to it in its entirety?
Yeah. Let's just go. I mean, I think it's a whopping 1 minute and 16 seconds long. So, without further ado, the song that brings Paul pure joy, "Driving My Car" by Jesus Train.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a little more on the heads. That's right. Driving my car, I look out my window. I look out my window and turn up the heat. I pick up the pace, then look at my speed now. I'm going about 50 in a 35 zone. Slow myself down, I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm torn between two. My home or my reason, my love or my hate. You'll find that in both I choose not to debate. Heaven is listening for that. I'm pure joy. They hear from afar because this is where I belong. Driving my car, I'm just so excited.
Oh, our online viewership jumped up to 1 million people when we played that song. It was a worldwide success.
Let's do it. Oh,
so tell me about this.
Oof.
What is JT's band now?
Paper Route was what it turned into after a few other iterations.
That
they were a
voice
Nashville
that you heard was
signed band.
Yeah, Justin Daly.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
why is that
was a
song
time
bringing you
period.
pure joy?
It was the time period at college. It was I was coming and going from college, jumping in on projects. You know, everybody was on fire to get studio time back then.
Well, let's paint that picture really quick. It was an old historic building where you would have to go up 4 flights, and that's where the recording studios were. And there were just 3 of them, and they were all analog until Pro Tools just had come in. And we would literally sign up for time slots 24 hours a day. That was the generation of college students. This is like right before social media happened, so we didn't have social media. The internet was very new, especially when it came
MySpace.
to like school papers and stuff like that. We would actually go to a computer lab because not everybody even had computers. And I say we, it was me and Paul and all of these musicians, and we would like barter for times in the studio. If we noticed that our buddies were in this studio on this day, we'd show up like, hey, do you need me for background vocals? Or hey, what do you think? And it's funny is that this Jesus Train group, this was like really just 3 guys, and 2 in particular who to us were some of the greatest musicians that came out of where we came from. And that was Josh Heiner and Justin Daly. And Josh doesn't even play anymore. He's like drummer extraordinaire, and JT has gone on. I mean, he's still a working musician, but this kind of just reminds us of those quirky times up in 4th Ladue, and that building doesn't even exist anymore. But it was all black, and we never knew when it was daylight, and you could feel the passion for the music and every single one of those people. I mean, I was a performance major at that point. That's how the 2 of us, found each other on a professional level, because he was engineering my music. And so, it just brings us back to being teenagers again, to being dorky kids, just like with the world in front of them, but without any clue what their lives would become. I mean, when this song was created, I think that I was head over heels for Justin Daly, and Paul was just getting divorced and had no idea that he would have a chance with me someday. And we didn't really reconnect with Josh until just a few years back. He went off and did his own thing. And so, that's why we just laugh. We can't help but laugh when we can see the personality shine through in every second of that song. And we can see, weren't you recording the drums in a hallway or something? How did that work?
It was the 4th Ladue was connected to the 2nd/ground floor chapel, and there was tie lines and video. And during one of the takes, Josh had stopped, and I could hear him over the overheads go, "There's people staring at me." and it was a Sunday campus tour for prospective students, and they had come into the chapel and witnessed this amazing drum take as it died down, and couldn't hear any other music, just the drum parts. So it was, I think another thing too is it just represents a time when it was effortless, and our professors encouraged us to take the gear into a field and do a show. And you want to mic up timpani, then let's get some. It was just very, and like Courtney said, it's like, oh, I need a sax track. Well, let's get Andy, or whatever you needed. You could find a friend who could jump in and do it. And the cross-pollination of musicians, and kind of the selflessness of serving the music instead of, having divided lines and whatever life turns into when money comes a big part of it. But yeah, those were the core times of what turned us into who we are.
Yeah. You know what I appreciate about this story is that, like, one thing that I'll talk to people about is like losing your passion for what you do. And like, to tell, if you were to go back and tell your earlier self, like, this is the opportunity you're going to have, this is what you're going to do with your life, do you think your earlier self would say, oh, I'll probably be like, I'm not going to appreciate it at that point in time? You both seem to have really maintained your appreciation and passion for the entertainment industry as a whole and all that encompasses, or the music industry. And I really appreciate that. I really do. It's a good vibe.
It's a daily battle, Mickey, is what it is. Because I'd say every other day one of us says, can we please just burn this to the ground? Why did we start this? Why are we doing this? Can we just burn it all? So far, we've survived, and it's usually only one of us at a time that's melting down, so that's also helped. Get a partner that only melts down when you're not melting down. That's what keeps marriages alive.
I am, Maribeth, I love you. I am the meltdown partner.
There it is.
100%.
Yes.
She must be a $1 million.
Yeah.
This is a very calm and collected lady, and I'm just a crazy man. But
most of the people.